think I finished. I think I did a pretty good job. I did some work on the 40th anniversary M.A.S.K vehicles. I customized them and made them look the way I want them to look. You know, when I seen them for sale, I was like, those are nice. It just screams potential all over those vehicles and figures, black and gold. So that's why I thought, you know, I'm gonna customize those and make them really deadly looking. You know, like really deadly looking, cause I can do that. You know, I got special skills and talents and stuff like that. Some things I can't do very well, but then there are certain things I do extremely well. So let's have a look at them today. We've got the Thunderhawk 40th anniversary. Looks pretty nice. And then we have the Condor. And the Switchblade. And we also have the Rhino. Looking really good. So as you can see, I did a little bit of customizing to them. I didn't put the original stickers on, but I did use some of them. These are stickers that came with the Thunderhawk. I used some of them, like the doors, the flashing lights, the signal lights, the M.A.S.K logo piece I took off. I'm gonna use that. But all these other ones, I did it myself. You go to the dollar store and check out the arts and crafts section. And you never know what you can find there sometimes. Sometimes you find stuff useful. That gold looks really good on it. I put sparkly gold around the bottom because, as you can see on the box here, it's just sort of painted gold. Like it looks more gold on here than it actually looked in real life. It looked more orange or bronze in real life, and I didn't like the orange or bronze, so I was like, I'm gonna make it better. So that's what I did to it. I even put a Decepticon symbol because it's black and gold, and it kind of spruces it up a bit. One in the front looks good. You see inside there? Does that look awesome or what? Now the fin on the back, I did notice this, you know, because I'm really picky about certain things, is that it doesn't flatten out. Like it's kind of warped a little bit, and it should actually be flat. If it wasn't warped and actually flat, it would press all the way down like the way it should. But because it bows a little, it doesn't want to flatten out all the way, and it sticks up just a tiny bit more than it should. It's not too much to complain about, but you know, if it could have been fixed, it would be nicer if it could have been fixed, but sometimes it is what it is. Now inside here, I did a bunch of work on the inside as well. I actually did the dash the way it should be. The doors nicely detailed out. You can see the dash in there. I actually went over the dash, and I even put a tiny piece of silver right over the cassette tape player inside, like it should be. I did the flooring in here gold. That, you know, it's kind of good, not the greatest. It doesn't quite stick down, like it doesn't want to wrap around the bottom as good as I want it to. But I'm just being picky, you know. It does look pretty good. I could just trim it up and make it look better too. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that the spring in here is an upgraded spring, because these doors have lots of spring. They go up all the way, which is like, for anybody like myself that had one of these as a kid and the spring in it was just not strong enough, well, thankfully they built these with better springs in them. I don't know what they did, but they made the doors a little lighter, the spring a little stronger, but it goes up like it should now, and I'm very happy about that. And all the customizing I did to it makes it look the way I want it to look. That's the way I want this thing to look. This is how this thing should look. The driver is okay, but when they said they're making them special edition black and gold, what's with these brown straps? Like, I'm just gonna point it out, like, these straps are brown. Why are they brown for? You're making them black and gold, so like, why don't we just put silver and brown on our black and gold special edition figures? Yeah, that's just great. That's just great. We love that. The one thing I didn't like about the original guy was these straps, these brown straps. He looks like he should be flying a fighter plane, you know, or he should be in a race car. He looks like a race car driver, which is kind of okay, but tell me, does that look anything like a race car to you? That looks like a futuristic flying vehicle. So why don't we get a futuristic looking pilot instead of I don't know, a race car driver with a bicycle helmet on? I don't know, sort of, I don't know, they could have made him better. Just why the brown straps, man? Why? Oh, it breaks my heart, man. It kind of does. But anyways, I'm moving on. I don't want to dread it too much. All right, we got Condor. Now this guy looks great. I actually was more interested in getting this gold and black figure than getting the bike itself. The bike I thought was kind of mediocre, but this figure, he reminds me of something right out of Doctor Who. He looks like a Cyberman out of Doctor Who. You know, his face mask, his uniform, black and gold. He looks like a special edition, like Cyberman. You know, he looks like a Cyberman. And I love my Doctor Who and that sort of stuff. So I was like, I'm going to get this Condor, if not for the bike, just for this figure, because he really looks that good. He's that good looking, man. I like the way that figure looks. Now, the bike itself, you know, I was a little disappointed, but I kind of knew what I was expecting to get. You know, I was thinking, this probably isn't going to be all chromed out gold, and it wasn't. It was all painted, like the wheels, like this piece right here, it's painted on gold. It's not actual gold metallic. You know, it's not shiny gold. So I kind of knew that going in, looking at this stuff. But knowing what I know, I was like, I can make that look like real gold, even if it's not. Like this bronze colored painted stuff up here, which is already starting to show some wear on the paint already. But I can make it shine, and that's what I did. I made that shine. It looks really good. I put detailing where there wasn't before. Like here, it was just plain black. Here under here, it was just plain black. But I brought that all to life. I put some real character to this thing. I'll show you the box here. See, like, this is the box art. It's kinda, it's okay. I'll say it's black. Yeah, it's black, so I like that. But the gold should be like real shiny gold, like this shiny gold. So that's what I did. I did that. And I also put some holographic stuff, you know, in the front underneath the window here, because you can kind of see it but not a lot. So it's gonna stand out but not a lot, which is the way I want it. You know, I want it to look really stunning overall, not just one part here or this part there. I want the whole thing to look very stunning. I tried putting some silver in the mirrors here, but it's so small, these mirrors, that I just did this side and I just gave up. I was like, what do I like better, plain or modified? You know, maybe it's better just plain. So that's what I did with that. That is the Condor. Now, moving on, we have the Switchblade and Miles Mayhem. Now, this is the Miles Mayhem that came with the Switchblade. This figure is okay, it's all right, but it could have been a little better. They could have put a little bit more effort into this character. It's design and whatnot. Like, he's okay, but he's not the greatest. The face sculpt looks good, looks like an improvement, but his head sculpt is not really good. Like, when you put the mask on him, you should be able to see his mustache underneath it, and you sort of can. You kind of can. If you're looking at it straight on from the front, you can tell that his jawbone, his face line, it's a little bit smaller. Like it's smaller than the original, obviously. Like, it's smaller. And because it's smaller, it doesn't stand out so much underneath the mask. But it's kind of okay. It's doable. It's sort of workable. Now, the switchblade here. These are stickers it came with. Some of them I used, some of them I didn't. Obviously, you can see which ones I used, which ones I didn't. So I made this a whole lot better looking. It just looks great. With the gold on here, it actually looks the way it should look. The red canopy cover looks really good. I did some nice modifications to this. You can see some of it like this, but you can't see all of the modifications like this. I am overall pretty excited with how it turned out. Yeah, it moves. So inside here, did a bunch of work to the inside in here. See, what do you think? Yeah. Looks a lot better than just plain looking inside here. Now I tried covering this whole section back here gold, and I did it all metallic gold, and afterwards I didn't like it. So I took the gold off and I just put a little bit on the sides here and a little bit on the other side, and that's all it took. It looks great. I don't want to overdo it. The red on the controls in there, I think is a nice little touch. A little bit of gold on the computers up front. Not a lot, but a little bit. Makes a nice little touch. Looks pretty decent. Now we'll transform this thing and have a look at it. The chopper blades sometimes stay down, sometimes don't. I've never owned this thing as a kid, so I'm sort of learning as I go. When you put this in all the way, it clicks the parts out the sides, which is pretty neat. And I colored it all gold in there. I was thinking, is that too much gold? Maybe it's too much gold. And I thought, well, if I put a Decepticon symbol on it right there, it kind of balances the color out. So I'm thinking it's alright. I'm not going to complain too much about it. I kind of think it's alright. locking mechanism up top here is a little bit touchy, so you have to push it down and push it over, and sometimes moving this is the activating mechanism. This sometimes, if you move this, you know, slightly, it'll help it lock into place better up top. So yeah, I just want to point that out. Now, I also put gold on the landing pads. So like it looks good like this, with all the customizing. It looks really good. I like it. The one thing they add is the rockets underneath, which I don't think the original had rockets under it. So I kind of think that's a nice little improvement. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. It took a lot of work to do all this customizing in there, but I do think it was worth it because it looks the way I want it to look. It just looks way better than normal. Have a quick look at the box here. See, this here was just painted. It was just painted gold, not shiny gold. But that's how it originally looked, and now it looks like that. Looks really good. I like it a lot. And moving on, you can have a look at Rhino here. Those are the drivers. They look good. I actually like them. Other than the leg on Bruce Soto. Now a lot of you guys have probably already seen that his leg normally wouldn't move right. He normally can't do this kind of maneuver. But I chiseled it out with the drafting knife very carefully so that I got full bend, full movement with his leg and his hip, because I like to play with my toys, not just look at them. And yeah, I modified the semi a little bit, made it look really good with the shiny gold. Alright, let's open this up. So I fixed up the ramp door a little bit, as you can see. I put some detailing on the rocket launcher. A little bit of detailing inside beside it. I did put the M.A.S.K logo up on the top just cause I feel it should be there, it should go there. So it looks really good. That is the M.A.S.K Rhino. It works really good. Like, all the functions on it work really good. The door shoots out. The ram goes in and out like it's supposed to. Inside looks great. I love all the gold on it. It just looks amazing, all the gold. The drivers. I put some holographic stuff in the back of that and the top of it, so looks good. And inside there, that's where I put all the masks, all the special masks. And here with the blast effects, all the blast effect masks. I'm putting them in here because I feel that's a safe place to put them. I'm not gonna lose them in there.